All right, hello and welcome. This is our Fit Essentials intermediate level class. My name is Shauna. We've got Moose roaming around here. I'll be guiding you through the session. We're going to start down on all fours. We're going to stretch out our forearms, get our wrist ready for some bear crawls, and we'll do a little cat-cow breathing to kind of get our spine warm as well. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me down on hands and knees. Make sure you don't arch that lower back. So draw that stomach in, turn your fingers so that they face in towards your body, and then nice and smooth, kind of lower that palm down to the ground. If you want a little bit deeper stretch, just lean your body back. Very good. And then breathe here. Excellent. Coming off the hands. Now we're going to turn so that those fingers face in towards one another. You can interlace those fingers gently. You need to widen the knees a little bit, and then we're going to make some nice big circles. So swiveling around, sometimes you'll feel a little bit of some movement through the wrist. Fantastic. And then take it the other direction. Very good. From here, if you are able to do so, bring your legs together and gently sit back onto the ankles. Get a little bit of a stretch into your ankles. Sitting up nice and tall. And now we're going to bring the back of the hands together and lower those elbows down. If it doesn't work to sit back on your ankles, you could also kneel or sit anywhere, but focus on drawing the elbows down and keep those shoulders down out of the ears as well. Very good. Go ahead and shake out the wrist. Make a fist, circle the wrist. Good, circle the other way. And circle through those elbows. Start by circling in towards your body. 3 to 5 times in and 3 to 5 times out and away. Nice. Good, from here, let's make our way back to all fours. Nice wide hand print underneath each shoulder. Readjust those knees so that they're just underneath the hips. And we're going to move into our cat-cow breathing. So breathing in, really lift your spine towards the sky. Draw the chin towards the chest. And then as you breathe out, soft arch, lowering the belly down, lift the head and neck, look straight forward. Good. Find your own rhythm there. Try to pause the top and the bottom of each breath. Look to take about 3 to 4 seconds in and 3 to 4 seconds out. Lovely. The sinuses are clear. Look to breathe in through the nose, maybe gently out through the mouth. 1 or 2 more. When you finish, we're going to take it back into child stretch. Good. Last time. Well done. Toes together, knees walk a little bit wider. Reach the hands straight out in front. And then go ahead and rock those hips back. Lower that head down. We're going to breathe 3 times here. Deep breaths into the back of the body. On that exhale, see if your chest wants to come a little bit closer to the floor, never forcing. On that next inhale, go ahead and make your way on up. Fantastic. All right, moving into our side planks. Let's come onto your left side. Got a little bit longer plank today, so make adjustments as you need. We're going to be holding for 45 seconds and resting anytime you need. Make sure you stack that elbow just underneath the shoulders. You can either have both legs extended or you can have that bottom knee bent as well. When you're ready, go ahead and come on up. So kind of a little hybrid move is the bottom knee bent, top leg straight. If that doesn't feel like enough of a challenge for you, you're welcome to extend both legs. Keeping those hips and shoulders nice and square. And I've got my top arm reaching up to overhead. I could also rest on the side or hand on the hip. Fantastic. That's 20 seconds. Draw that chin in. If you need a break, you can always just bring the hips down for a moment and then come back up when you're ready. That is 30 seconds down, 15 seconds left. Watch that this top shoulder doesn't start to draw forward. So keep the shoulders stacked over one another. Chin drawn in. And 2, 1, and rest. Before you swing over to that other side, in between sides, we're going to practice our bear crawl. So coming to all fours, hands and knees, spread those fingers as wide as you can. And then when you're ready, you're going to just barely lift the knees off the ground. And we're trying to use our opposite arm with the opposite leg. So right arm moves with the left leg, left arm moves with the right leg. And I want your spine to be nice and neutral. So you stay low to the ground, moving forward a few steps, and then start to move backwards. Really focus to push off the heel of your hand and keep your hand spread wide from the tips of your finger, or the pinky to the thumb. Very good. Smooth crawls forward and then crawling back. Chin nice and neutral, looking right down between those hands and trying to have as little movement through that lower spine. 15 more seconds. Make sure you keep breathing as you move. Good job. 5 seconds and 2, 1, and rest. Moose, leave that be. All right, side plank on your right side. Uh-oh. Pulling that elbow just underneath that shoulder. Extend the legs. Remember, you can bend that bottom knee. 2, 1, and begin. Hips and shoulders square. Looking forward, chin in. Either raising the non-working arm up to overhead or on your hip. Make sure you don't start to slouch into that downside shoulder. So think about lifting up away from that bottom arm. 20 seconds down. You can always bend that bottom knee as needed or come down onto your hips to rest. 30 seconds. Roll that top shoulder back. Mine was starting to creep forward. We're almost to that 45. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go ahead and take it onto your back. So lowering down onto the back of your body and start by hugging both legs in. We're going to loosen up that lower back, and then we're going to do some glute bridges here, waking up the back of the body. But first, a little double knee to chest. Nice and relaxed. All right, when you're ready, knees bent, feet flat on the ground, about the width of your hips. You need to pull the shoulders. You can lift the torso, draw those shoulders down, hands at the side, and then nice and smooth, driving through the legs. And just start with a nice, gentle lower bridge. Starting to raise the hips up off the ground, pushing the full foot into the floor, the heel and the big toe as well. Breathing out as you lift up. Looking to get a little bit higher each time, but staying out of any kind of pinching sensation. So you want to think about trying to elongate through that spine as the hips lift up. Breathing in as you lower. Breathing out as you lift up. Very good. We're going to take another 15 seconds here. You can start to elongate the back of the neck as well as the hips lift, chin tucks in. Feel that nice gentle stretch on the back of the neck. One more time. Hips come down, hips raise up, and go ahead and rest. Good job. Return to that double knee to chest. Loosen up that lower spine once again. That concludes set 1, and we're going to go through it one more time, starting back with the left arm side plank. So go ahead and roll on over, making your way onto that left side. We'll start here in 10 seconds. All righty. Give you another 5 seconds. Get everybody ready. Elbow straight underneath that shoulder. Extend the legs. Remember, you can bend that bottom knee. And 2, 1, here we go. Eyes looking forward. If you were able to go all 45 seconds from the feet, if you want to add a little bit more challenge, you can work that side plank rotation where the top arm starts to reach underneath that downside shoulder. Keeping the hips up and lifting up through the shoulder as you move. That's 20 seconds in. Once again, we're working for 45. Nice gentle movement. There's our 30-second mark. Really good, especially if you're doing those rotations. Focus on lifting those hips up as you reach. 5 seconds till we hit that 45, 2, 1, and transition to bear crawl. Hands and knees. Starfish hands, so spread those fingers out. Draw the belly in. Whenever you're ready, knees barely come off the ground, and then we'll start to move. Left hand lifts up with the right foot. Left foot with the right hand. Few steps forward, and then push through the heel of the hand as you bring yourself back. Really nice. Good. About 30 seconds left. Strong through the belly. Nice, steady breathing. Good. Bear crawl is really a full body exercise. You can start to feel that burn in the thighs. Obviously, our arms are working and a lot of work for the midline. And then most of all, some good work for our brain as well. Right side of the brain talks to the left side of the brain and vice versa. All right, making your way back to the start. And 2, 1, and rest. Fantastic. Final side plank. Both. Coming on to your right arm. Starting in 10 seconds. Extend the legs. He's getting into your flowers here. Tuck that elbow underneath the arm. And 2, 1, here we go. Trying to keep the puppy dog in line. Remember, we did the rotations. If you did it on the first side, go ahead and even yourself out. We'll do the same thing on the second side. Our last side plank for today. We get 90 seconds total. If you get 2 rounds of that 45 seconds, it's a good effort. Woo! We're almost to our 30-second mark. There it is right now. Another 15. Great job. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Everybody relax. All right. You're welcome to stick with that glute bridge, just as we did on round 1. Before we went live here on the recording, we talked about if you want to elevate the feet on round 2, we activate a bit more of the hamstrings. So I've got this chair here. I'm going to go ahead and lie back onto my back, and I'm going to put my heels or my feet into the bottom of the chair. Pull those shoulders underneath you, arms to the side. And then whenever you're ready, push down through the legs, gently raise the hips up and relax on down. We're gonna take a full minute to practice this. So just find your own pattern. I like to add a short pause at the top of each rep. Really get that nice full opening. It's a wonderful exercise as well to close your eyes and just feel into your body. Try to practice dropping out of your head. Give your mind a break. Focusing on the breathing. Good job. Feeling your body move. 15 seconds left. Doing great. Maybe 1 or 2 more reps. And 3, 2, 1, and everybody rest. Great job. Let's go ahead and bring your feet in towards your groin. If you can grab your shins or your ankles, bring your soles of your feet together, and then draw your heels in towards your groin. You can use your elbows a bit to try to push your thighs wide. It's like a butterfly stretch, but on your back. If you want to add a little bit of a side rock with that, you can gently rock side to side at the same time. Very good. And then we're going to take that into our 2-knee twist. So now I'm going to bring the legs together with the knees bent at 90. Splay your arms out wide to the side. And then with the head looking to one side, you'll gently bring your legs to the other side. And then scoop it up and across, and then switch directions. Rotate the head and neck. Hi, puppy dog. Good. Let's get 2 to 3 on each side. Very good. All right, make sure you balance yourself out side to side. Then when you finish with that 2-knee twist, go ahead and roll back over to all fours. We're gonna take a moment in down dog, and then we're gonna make our way up to standing. That chair. All righty, so reestablish those hands underneath the shoulder, turn the toes under as the hips come up, and then just a nice, soft, gentle movement here. Chin towards the chest and inviting your heart towards the thighs. Breathing in as you rock forward, more onto the hands. Breathing out as you rock back. And then go ahead and stay back there and stretch those calves with a little heel pedal, lowering one heel down and then the other. Fantastic. Once you get that stretch in the lower calves, start to inchworm your way up, walking the feet towards the hands, hands towards the feet, and then just slowly come out of that forward fold. Wonderful. Great job. All right, as you come to standing, let's grab a drink of water. We're gonna warm up for some squatting. But first, we're gonna stretch those quads. You can either hold on to the wall balance somewhere, or if you wanna challenge your balance, lifting up, coming onto one leg, looking to grab that foot, pull the heel towards the glute. Boo. Hello, balance. There you go. Make sure we don't hyperextend the knee that's supporting you, so just keep a little baby bend in that knee. Let's go another 10 seconds. The hand that's holding the foot, draw that shoulder back, open through the chest at the same time. And 2, 1, release that foot. Take note of which side you're stretching, and in between sides, just a little hip circle here. Loosen up that low back a little bit more. Give a little relief to the hips. Very good, and then circle the hips the other way. Smile. And get ready for that second leg, walking the feet back in. Really focus to lift everything up, squeeze those shoulders back, especially if you're practicing your balance here. Grabbing that second foot and pulling the heel towards the glute. Nice job. Our next series involves some squatting with the overhead reach. We call it our thruster. We're gonna go 10 more seconds on this quad stretch. Hang in there with me. Then we're gonna be doing our dumbbell row. In between arms, we're gonna be working some lateral work without any weight. And that will be our series coming up next. Go ahead and release that foot. Before we grab any weights, bring your thumbs to your shoulders, elbows up and forward, feet about hip width apart. We're gonna go 3 to 5 reps of a thruster. Sinking back, pushing your elbows forward, standing tall, reach your arms up to overhead. Very good. Pushing those knees wide, drawing that stomach in, staying grounded through your full foot, and then no arching as you raise up. Elbows up and forward. Squeeze the glutes and stand. Twice more. I'm just gonna hold on to moose while they open the gate here. Yep, there you go. 2 more reps. Standing tall. Good. After that second rep, go ahead and rest. Let's grab a quick drink and then we're gonna get started. We're gonna be working at 40 seconds on each exercise, and we'll have between 10 and 20 seconds as we transition movements. We'll get started here in 30 seconds. I think that's time for the gate to open and close. You can continue to do those air without any weight, or what I recommend is holding some light dumbbells, either one in each hand, or you can hold a single dumbbell underneath the chin. 15 seconds. Good job, Moose. All righty. All right, go ahead and set the feet about hip width apart. You stay. You want to hold those weights. We're going to pick those weights up, one in each hand. Set the feet, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Knees push wide, coming into that squat. Squeeze the glutes as you raise those arms to overhead. Nice. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. This is our first of 3 rounds, so pace yourself a bit. Sorry for that beepy noise. I'm sure it doesn't come across super great. Down and drive. Super. Breathing in, breathing out. Great job. Good overhead reach, crew. One more time. Sink it back, push it out, and take a rest. Alrighty. Dumbbell row in your left arm coming up next. So grab that dumbbell, step forward with your right leg. Either hand or forearm comes onto the thigh. Reach your arm straight down towards the ground, and then when you're ready, elbow comes up above the torso. Breathing out as you pull the elbow up, breathing in as you reach forward. Great job. Keep that head and neck nice and neutral, chin in, gaze down towards that front foot. And then just ensure that you're drawing the shoulder down out of the ear. Sometimes we tend to shrug that shoulder in towards the ear, but you want to think about like a nice long neck as we move here. Wonderful. 10 more seconds. And 2, 1, and take a pause. Set the weights down. Make sure your area is nice and clear. I'm going to work a little bit of lateral work in between sides. So we're going to start with a little side shuffle. Just step and slide. Get a little swing of the arms. Nice and smooth. Good. Very nice. Eyes up and forward. 15 more seconds here, and then we'll go back to the dumbbell row on your right arm. Excellent. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Coming back to your dumbbell, this time in your right arm, which means that we're going to step your left foot forward, hand or forearm on that front thigh. There we go. And 2, 1, go ahead and begin. Breathing in, breathing out. Chin in, eyes looking forward, down towards that foot. Excellent. You can also add a short pause at the top. You want to try to pull that dumbbell all the way up to the torso, bringing that elbow as high to the sky or towards your ceiling as you can. Great job. That's 30 seconds. 10 more to go. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. All righty, if you're wearing the bands, go ahead and let the air out, or you can take them off. That's set 1. Let's grab a drink of water, and we're going to start set 2 here in just under 30 seconds. Welcome back. All righty, so remember, we've got thrusters to start with. Depending upon what you used last time, how that felt. If you want to go a little bit heavier, I'm going to go from 5 pounds in each hand to a 15-pounder right underneath the chin. We'll get started here in about 5 seconds. Go ahead and set those feet about hip width apart, looking up and forward, and then just whenever you're ready, sitting back in that squat, reaching up to overhead, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Nice and controlled. I don't want you to bounce out of the bottom. You want to move a little bit faster than set 1, you can. Just make sure we're not arching back. Just squeeze the booty, reaching straight up to overhead. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. 10 to go. 10 seconds, not 10 reps. That'd be a different story. 2, 1, and pause. Great job. Dumbbell row on the left arm. Stagger stance. Right foot forward. Ready. Here we go. Elbow up. Stomach nice and neutral. If you have a little bit heavier weight to work with, you can kind of keep that nice, smooth up and down pattern. If you have a little bit lighter weight, but you'd like a little bit more challenge, hold the top, squeezing that shoulder blade in towards the spine for upwards of 2 to 3 seconds, and then take it back forward. 10 seconds left. We're going to work a grapevine this time in between arms. And transition when you're ready. So make sure you have a nice clear space. So grapevine, or sometimes we know it as karaoke. Cross one foot in front, one foot behind. And get a nice swivel through those arms. Some good rotation through the torso. Wonderful. Sometimes the coordination gets a little bit off. That's okay. Readjust when you're ready. Hi, Moose. Fantastic. 10 more seconds. And 2, 1. Back to your dumbbell. Dumbbell row on your right arm. Left foot steps forward. Draw that stomach in. Long spine as you come into position. And begin your row. Remember the option if you want to add the pause in the top. Chin in, eyes forward and down. Kind of checking out the front foot. Good job. That's halfway. 20 seconds to go. Keep the breathing fluid. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and all done there. Awesome. All right, water break. We'll take 30 seconds, and then we'll be back for our third and final set. Great work. So as you get ready for your last set of thrusters, if your energy is great today, you want to put a lot into this workout, maybe get a little bit heavier. If you've been a little bit tired, just slow it down, stay light, and just focus on that full range of your movement. Alrighty, when you're ready to come into position, feet just about hip width apart, just a very slight toe out. Weights either at the shoulders or underneath the chin. Starting in 2, 1, and begin. Knees push out. If you're feeling good, you want to move a little bit faster. Think about pulling yourself into the bottom, driving through the legs. Make sure you don't lose the position of that chest. So eyes forward throughout. Maybe you have a spot straight ahead that you can focus on. Woo! Thruster is a challenging motion. Really gets that heart rate up. 10 seconds to go. Fantastic. Keep that breathing. And 2, 1, all done there. Alrighty, dumbbell row, left arm. Right foot forward. Long spine. And 2, 1, here we go. Excellent. Either fast patterns, maybe like 1 second up, 1 second down, or a little bit slower patterns. Still strong on the up, and then maybe a pause or a little slower on the down. Sometimes our head starts to be drawn forward towards the ground. So retract that chin back and in. Try to keep your neck as long as you can. 10 seconds to go. Great job. Building that strength through the mid-back. 2, 1, rest. Back to our grapevine. Final set. On this round, if you want to add like a little curtsy step and reach for the ground when you go to change directions. So reach 1 foot behind you. Hand comes to the opposite foot. Awesome. You can keep that trail leg off the ground if you want to challenge your balance. Really nice. Great job. There's my balance a little bit off. 10 seconds left. Try not to step on the moose tail. Good job. Let's go one more time, down and back. Look to finish where you started. And rest. All right, everybody, final dumbbell row. Should be your right arm. Stagger the feet. Draw that belly in. 2, 1, and row. Down at that front foot. Nice and smooth. Yeah, that came out of the potter. Bruce, that was one of the tree starters that he pulled out. Awesome work. Keep that elbow high above the torso. Want to work that full range of motion. Good job. 10 seconds left. Woo. 3, 2, 1, and all done there. Nice job. All right, give yourself a little bit of a break here. We're gonna do a bit more stretching. You can either have this be your cool down stretch, or if you wanna stay with us, we're gonna have one more series where we're gonna work some reverse lunges into a high knee position, challenge the balance a bit. We'll do a little bit of blood flow work in between legs, working on some march and punch, some jumping jacks, and then we'll finish the circuit with a plank with the option to drag a weight underneath the body. But first, let's do a standing figure 4. You can use a door frame or anything to balance on as needed. For a standing figure 4, you're gonna cross the foot over and then chest up as you sit back. Those of you that don't need to hold on, you can also interlace the hands as you'd like. That eagle arm stretch, if you know it. Let's go another 10 seconds here. Open up that outer hip. And coming up to switch sides. Good job. So I'm crossing the foot over, sitting back. We are crossing the arms under. I didn't do a very good job of introducing this. Cross it over, draw it down. But focus mostly on the hips. And then instead of just letting this foot that's on the thigh be kind of loose, engage the foot by drawing the toes back towards the knee. Help open that hip a little bit more. And come on up. Great job. All righty. And then I want to stretch your triceps a bit. So bend that elbow like you're trying to scratch your back. If that's your right arm you're trying to scratch your back with, step your right foot back. We'll get a bit of a hip opener at the same time. So I'm going to shift my hip forward, keeping that front heel planted, and then a nice long spine as I bend towards that lead leg. Good. Draw the chin in. We'll do 3 of those. Come up to neutral, lengthen through the spine once again, and through your neck. That's part of your spine, obviously. And then side bend. Excellent. One more time. Lifting up, chin in. As you bend to the side, you can add a little rotation this time by looking up towards the sky, trying to look up past the elbow that you're drawing back. Really nice. And release. Good job. In between sides, behind the back stretch. Feet nice and wide, ribs tucked in the front. As you interlace the hands behind you, extend those elbows, and then push your knees wide as you send your hips back. Arms come right up to overhead. And then 3 breaths, try to expand the back of the lungs. Try to expand into that rib cage. On the next breath, coming back up. And then we'll go tricep stretch on your left arm. So the left leg steps back, ribs tucked down. Bend the elbow. Chin drawn in. Shift that back hip forward, keeping that front heel grounded. And then a long spine as you bend towards the side. Good, keep pulling the chin in. Coming back to neutral twice more. Keep the hips shifted forward. Taking it over to the side. Good. On the third one, we'll add that rotation. Bend and then trying to turn that neck a bit more, looking up past your left elbow. And release. All righty. Shaking those arms out. You can either call that for your session or getting ready for the reverse lunge into high knee. We're going to go 2 rounds here, working for 40 seconds on each side. If you don't know the movement, just watch it for a moment and then join us when you're ready. Let's start by stepping the left leg back. And I'll show you a couple of reps. So we're going to bring that left knee down, front shin vertical. As you come up to standing, you're going to pull that knee up in front of your body and lift the toes. So I step back, control the knee down, and then draw it up and forward. All righty, everybody together. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Make sure that front foot, so it should be your right foot in front, stays planted. You want that heel to be driving down to the floor as you pull yourself up and forward, shifting to that high knee position on the left. Good, big step back, controlling that knee down, and then up and forward. There you go. Nice and controlled. Arms raise up in front to help encourage that chest to stay tall. Excellent. Controlling down, front shin vertical, pulling tall. Beautiful. 10 seconds to go. Lightly bring that knee down. And as always, listen to your body. If you don't have that full range of motion right now, that's okay. Last one and rest. All righty, in between sides, either a full break or we'll keep the heart rate going with some blood flow. Punching across the body, raising the knees up, and try to breathe out with each punch. Good. The leg that's supporting you, try to push that big toe down, nice and strong. Good job. You can either stay here, or if you want a little bit more jumping for the last 15 seconds, we'll do some jump jack. You can also step it out here. Great work. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All righty. Back to lunge, this time on the right leg. Right leg will step back, and you'll come to that high knee position at the top. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Control the knee down. Front heel planted, shin vertical. Arms reach up as you step back. Nice and level through the hips as you come forward. Awesome. Chest stays tall throughout. Looking forward. Grip the toes. Propel yourself through that heel. Making sure you establish the balance at the top. Squeeze the shoulders back. Pausing in that high knee position. And then taking it back. Wonderful. Good job. And 2, 1, and rest. As you make your way down to the floor, forearm plank, the option of having a light weight to drag underneath the body if you've got a really strong plank. So palms down to the ground on your forearms. Have your feet about the little bit wider, maybe about the width of your mat. And then whenever you're ready, you can reach, if you're choosing to do the drag through, I'm going to reach my hand under the body and then bring that weight across. So lift it up, transfer it from one side of the mat to the other, and really get some good stability as you push through that forearm, keeping the stomach drawn in. What tends to happen is those hips will drop down. It puts our low back in an extended position. So try to squeeze the glutes, hold that lower spine nice and neutral. Great job. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Let's drop back into child stretch. We'll take a brief break, and then we'll go through one final round. I'm going to keep my lunges unweighted today. If anyone wants that extra challenge, you could always hold weights either at the side of your body or underneath the chin. When you're ready, coming up out of child's position, and making your way back to your feet. Good job. Let's grab a drink of water. We're going to start the final round here in 30 seconds. And I'll show you a couple options if you do want to hold weights. So as mentioned, could be at your sides. It would look like so, lunging back, knee draws up. You could hold them at your shoulders. Same idea there. Or I could hold one weight underneath the chin. Okay. All righty. Getting ready for round 2. Starting with the left leg, stepping back and begin. If you're not holding weights, just like we did on the first round, arms reach forward as the leg steps back. Good job. As I stand tall, I just rest those arms down to the side. And remember, we're coming into that high knee position. A little extra challenge on the balance today. Good job. Yep, take your time. I like doing this in bare feet whenever we can. It just really helps that balance, helps to kind of grip the toes down, engages the arch of that foot that's stabilizing you in front. Good, almost there. Controlling back, pulling it up. Final time. And rest. Awesome job. We got blood flow work in between sides. If you want to catch your breath a little bit more, take a rest. Otherwise, we're moving to that march and punch. Arms go across the body. Try to keep the knees nice and square. Breathing out with that punch. Good job. Smile, have some fun. Remind your body that this is good for us. Good job. You can either stay with that march, or we're going to move it into some step or jump jacks. Got 15 seconds left. If you're comfortable, do a little bit of some jumping here. It's really good for our circulation. Beautiful. Good work, crew. And take a pause. 20 seconds till our final set of lunges. This time I'll be the right leg forward. Lunging and plank to finish. Good session here today. All righty. It's going to be the right leg that's doing the step back work this time. Eyes looking forward and begin. Control that back knee down. Remember, we're coming to that high knee position. Nice and soft as you lower that knee down. Drawing that knee up, as well as the whole foot and all 5 toes. Lift them up. Good job. Breathing in to control yourself down. Breathing out as you propel yourself up and forward. 15 seconds left. Woohoo. There goes my balance. It happens to the best of us. Awesome, almost there. Maybe one more time. Control it back and rest. All righty, rest as you transition to the floor. Option of using that light weight for the drag through on the plank. Coming down to the forearms. Good, starting in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Feet about hip width apart. Option to reach under the body. And pick that weight up to exchange side to side. Stomach drawn in. You should not have any discomfort in your lower spine. If you are feeling any kind of pinch in your low back, that could indicate that you're losing that position in that lower spine. You can always come down to the knees as well. Give a little extra support. Or just don't worry about that drag through and just focus on that plank. 3, 2, 1. And we are all done. Woo! Who's this panting? All right, once again, let's drop back into child stretch, but this time let's go to that supinated position, meaning little fingers together and palms facing up towards the sky. And toes together, knees divide out, and just open up that lower back. And now we want to calm our body down We just stressed our body intentionally to help build it up stronger. And now we want to try to shift our nervous system into that recovery state. So it kind of helps to give a little audible sigh if you're comfortable to do so. Breathing in and then let it all go. Fantastic. When you're ready, coming up out of that child stretch, we're going to open up our inner thighs next. Coming on to all fours, and let's start with your left leg. Extend it straight out to the side. Turn the sole of foot down to your mat. So you're like gripping your toes either into the shoes. And now we're going to slowly lean back, bringing your hips back towards your heel. And we're breathing in as we rock forward, breathing out as you rock back. You want to add a little bit of a side stretch to it. As you come forward, go ahead and crawl your hands over to your right side. And then we'll rock it back from there 3 more times. Feel how you get a bit more stretch through your lats and the side of your body as you reach the arms towards the other side. Good job. One more time. Forward, back, and rest. In between sides, let's bring it into down dog. So fingers spread wide, toes turn under as the hips come up nice and high. Chin to the chest. Rocking them forward and back a couple times. And then give the focus to the calves. Lowering those heels down. Try to look right between the legs as you pedal those heels. And then when you're ready, coming back down, and we'll finish by balancing out the quads. And then we're going to do a figure 4 to open up those hips once again. So we got to go back to that right leg now, extending the leg straight out. Start with the hand straight, and then we'll add the side stretch if you choose on the last 3 rock backs. So sinking back, coming forward, opening that inner thigh. After you do 2 there, if you want to crawl those hands towards your left side, and then you'll rock the hips back once again. Breathing in as you rock forward, breathing out as you take it back. Fantastic. When you finish those rock backs, go ahead and roll onto your back. Hugging both legs in towards the body. You can start with that double knee to chest. Once again, one of my favorites. Just so simple, right? But just hugging those legs in, opening up that lower spine, giving a little relief to your body. Fantastic. Keep your right leg drawn in toward your chest as you slide your heel of your left foot out. Actively focus to push your left thigh into the floor and draw your right leg toward your right armpit. And let's get a little bit more movement through that ankle on the right side. Just giving a couple ankle rolls. Good, changing directions. And then we're going to take that right knee and pull it over towards the left side of the body. Start to open up that glute on the right side. And then we're going to switch. Go ahead and extend the right leg out as you draw the left knee up. Interlace the hands right in front of the shin. Pulling that left knee towards the left shoulder. Actively driving that right thigh down and ankle rolls on the left. Good. Pivot the other way. And take it into that glute stretch, bringing the knee over towards that right shoulder. Remember that nice, relaxed breathing. Anytime your body wants to give a little sigh, it's okay. Great job. All righty, release the left leg, but keep that knee bent. Just bring the foot down to the floor. And now we're going to do figure 4 from the back. Cross, bring the right leg up. Rest that ankle on the left thigh, and then go ahead and grab the right hand between the legs, hugging that leg in towards the chest. Take the foot of the right foot and draw the ankle on the toes back towards your right knee. And if you want to bring some movement into the left hamstring area, You can extend that left leg up towards the sky. Start by pulling the toes toward your face and then pointing the toes towards the sky. Draw the foot back towards your face and hold it there as you bend the knee down and in. And then twice more, just move it through on your own. Extend, point, drawing it back, and bend it down and in. Fantastic. Good job. Release that side, and then same thing on the opposite side. Left foot over to the right thigh. Go ahead and hug that leg in. Remember to draw the foot and toes of that left leg back towards the left knee. And just take a moment here before you rush into moving that right leg around. Give that left hip a chance to start to open a bit more. And then when you're ready, you can add that right leg up, point, drawing it back, and bending it down. Fantastic. One more sequence. Up, point, pulling the toes back, and all the way down. Fantastic. When you finish there, go ahead and release both legs. We're going to do a little, just a gentle windshield wiper for the hips. So feet flat on the ground, walking the feet about hip width apart, and splay your arms nice and wide like scarecrow arms. Open through the chest. And then we're going to bring both knees towards one side of the mat, back to neutral, and then over to the other side of the mat. Good job. Go ahead and even yourself out side to side. Then when you're all complete there, we'll just come into our stretch Armstrong. Reach those arms up to overhead, extend the legs. And like you're just waking up first thing in the morning, we're going to stretch from the tips of our toes, the tips of our fingers. And then just nice and smooth. You can circle the arms down to the sides. Looking to finish with one hand on your heart area, one hand on the belly area. You either keep the legs extended, or if your low back feels better with the knees bent, wherever you're most comfortable, we're just going to take a moment here to be still. You get to be outside, maybe notice the breeze of the air on your face. Or you can just start to pay attention to your breath. See if you can feel that light breath coming in and out of your nose. The rise and fall of your chest. Offer your body some grace. Take as long as you'd like there. When you're ready, perhaps just roll to one side and take your time coming up. This is where I'm going to leave you today. Thanks so much for moving with me. Always a pleasure. Stay hydrated, spend some time outdoors, and I look forward to moving with you next.